Raptors fans, Akil Augustine joined by Sherman Hamilton, Paul Jones. Up next for your Raptors, the Milwaukee Bucks. And I'm going to go ahead and call this a trap game because the Bucks have found themselves playing down to the level of their opponents. They've lost some games that people have believed they absolutely had no business losing, which means hope springs eternal for the Toronto Raptors team. How can they capitalize knowing down a lot of bodies and not really playing your best brand of basketball right now, Jonesy?
I mean, I think you go out with the same attitude every night. You go out to win. You go out to give your best effort. And, we've seen a pattern in probably the last 4 or 5 losses in this sordid streak from the Raptors where they're in the game. I mean, the home game the other night against the Lakers, they're down, 6 at halftime? Mm-hmm. And then the roof falls in the second half.
Some epic third-quarter collapses.
And I think you go out with that attitude, with that mindset that you're going out to win. Like you have to take that with you. And if you can do some things well early, give yourself some confidence, plant the seed of doubt in the opponent, and just kind of foster those things over the course of the game. Milwaukee's not playing well right now. I mean, you said it. They've lost to Washington
yep.
and at home to Memphis. So if you're Toronto, you go in there, you say, hey, look, we're not playing well either, but one of these nights we're going to get well. Why can't it be tonight?
Sherm, how disappointed do the Bucks fans have to be knowing that they made a decision mid-season and the leadership that they've put in place? It's gotten worse for the Bucks.
I think it becomes one of those, if the Bucks do what they're supposed to do, get to the finals, I think everything's forgotten.
Is that a likely case scenario right now?
Could they get to the Eastern Conference Finals? Sure.
Okay.
But, here's what I'm saying. The Milwaukee Bucks are good enough to be there.
Yeah.
It's just that when you see things like this, I could see why the fan base is concerned, and I could see why pundits will say, this is why I don't think Milwaukee's good enough to get there.
I feel like they're saying this is why Doc Rivers is no good, too.
Hold on a second here. With all that, there have been questions about the heart of the players on the team, the competitive fire within the team.
Most of these guys were on that championship team.
Well, then what's happened?
Yeah.
Did Adrian Griffin take that from him? Did Doc Rivers suddenly become a dummy?
Well, they were 38-13 with Adrian Griffin.
30-13, right.
So they were a good team.
Yeah.
And I don't think they just lose that. And I think it's the timing of it. This point of the season when you lose 2 games to teams you're supposed to win, although everybody says every team gets paid on the 1st and the 15th. They're NBA players. You can't count it out just based on the record. Any given night, a team can beat any team, which is a fact. That can happen. It's the timing of this. If this happens in January, there's no concern. It happens now.
Yeah, they're trending
with a
downwards.
week left in the season.
They're trending downwards.
There's reason for concern.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully they continue to trend downwards for the Toronto Raptors' sake. Raptors versus Bucks from Fiserv Forum. You can catch the game at 8 p.m. Do remember, an 8 p.m. tip on TV on Sportsnet. Catch a radio call on TSN 1050. That does it for us here from our studio at Scotiabank Arena. We will see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest video and subscribe for more.